Ember's $1.99 jumbo breakfast. 2 farm fresh eggs, 2 buttermilk pancakes, 2 country sausage links, and 2 strips of hardwood cured bacon, only $1.99. Ember's, big taste, small check.
You are watching WCCO Television, Minneapolis, St. Paul. All today's news with Mike Walcher, Debbie Ely. Dr. Walt Lyons has weather. Tom Hanneman has sports. And now, this is the Weekend Report.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Weekend Report in the WCCO State Fair studio. My colleague Mike Walcher has the day off. 2 big-name acts in the grandstand here today. Peter, Paul, and Mary appeared at 1 this afternoon, and the Monkees sing here tonight. I'll be talking to one of the Monkees a little bit later on today's broadcast. But first, this news. The Minnesota drug testing policy will become law on Tuesday. Employers will be able to require their workers to take the test. The bill is controversial. Some say it's too harsh. Some say it's too lenient. Daryl Savage has reaction from both sides.
Drug tests will soon become a part of the workplace. Many employees say the testing violates their constitutional rights.
Well, I think drug testing is very unfair. I think that it would lead to discrimination, and it's an invasion of privacy.
It's up to the employers to decide if they'll test or not. If they do, this is what'll happen. Employers must give their employees details of the test beforehand. The urine samples will be checked by labs, rechecked if the first test shows positive, and the employees cannot be fired solely for failing the test.
I think the employer should have the right to know.
If it's for just to find out if I'm doing drugs or to be fired, then I don't think it'd be fair.
Why not go for it unless you have something to hide?
As you can see, reaction is mixed, but most employees say that the drug testing will just lead to a further invasion of privacy. Some of the sponsors of the testing say it's very important. Labor lawyer John Pauley put together the final version of the bill. It's a compromise between the House and Senate versions.
I think that the real impetus for this bill was some desire to protect employee rights.
Rights that could have been violated in the past when private businesses could conduct drug tests without restrictions. Still, a representative for many union employees thinks the drug testing policy is going to be harmful.
What it does is it sets up a standard that lets employers simply violate the privacy rights of Minnesota citizens.
While many big businesses may use them, most small business owners tell us they probably won't because it's not worth the expense. Daryl Savage, WCCO Television News, the Twin Cities.
Minnesota will become the 8th state to have a drug testing law come Tuesday. The constitutionality of the law is expected to be challenged in the courts in the next few years. The 4 youngsters pulled from a burning house in North Minneapolis Friday night are recovering well. Fire and smoke trapped the 4 Gilbert children in their home, the 2nd floor at 1322 Emerson Avenue North. 3 older children were taken to the hospital unconscious, but Hennepin County Medical Center officials say that the 3, Derek, age 2, Candace, age 3, and John, age 6, are in satisfactory condition this afternoon. They may be released as early as tomorrow or Tuesday. 8-year-old Tamisha was already released from North Memorial today. Firefighters suspect that careless smoking may have started that blaze. Attendance here at the State Fair is already running ahead of last year, although yesterday's numbers were down from a year ago. 176,299 people passed through the gates yesterday, compared to 184,216 fairgoers on this day last year. So far, the 1987 State Fair has seen nearly 370,000 people, and the crowds are thick today, and one reason could be the Monkees.
We're the Monkees. Typical young people of the year?
The Monkees exploded on the pop rock scene in 1966 with a television series of their own. The 4 zany singers became instant teen idols. They had 2 albums in the top 10 in 1967, and their show won 2 Emmy Awards. They officially broke up in 1969, but 3 of the Monkees reunited last year at their 20th anniversary. And they join me now from the State Fair grandstand. Davey Jones, Peter Tork, and Milky Dolans. Welcome.
Hi, Debbie.
Welcome. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Captain. We got a problem down here. The Klingons are coming in. Over the top of the fairground. Get us out of here, quick.
I see you haven't changed much since when you were on television 20 years ago.
No, we're still wearing the same clothes and everything.
I stink a bit, but...
You know, I'm curious, who are your fans today?
Over there.
They're out there.
Hi!
Can you see them? Can you see them, Debbie? They're behind us there.
Vaguely. They're way in the distance there.
We have the
Those
second.
are all our fans. We bring them with us everywhere we go. They're the same ones.
Are they young? Are they my age?
They're
Are they...
young when they come, and then they get a bit older as time goes
At
by.
the end of the show, they're going, oh,
Nice.
Yeah, really,
No,
we
we
age
have
anybody.
Big family audience. We have mums and dads, the kids, the grandmas, the whole family.
Dogs.
The whole street. The whole street.
What is your show like
Oh,
these days?
wow, guys, be careful with my nose.
Are you still performing the same songs that you did back in the 60s that we all enjoyed then? Or do you have a new repertoire?
They're a little bit slower now.
Yeah, we also have a new album out called Pool It, and a new single, Heart and Soul. We're going to be doing that tonight. And for
we
those
do
of you...
all the hits, all the big hits, everybody's hits.
Everybody. We have over 5,000 songs in the show.
5,000.
The show lasts for 3 days. So make sure
3
you
days,
come back.
huh?
Bring your lunch.
It's a Greek tragedy.
Tell us about Mike Nesmith. Have you talked to him lately? Michael who?
Mike.
Wasn't he here?
You know,
No,
wool
he
hat.
hits the party.
He forgot the hat. He lost the hat.
He's forgotten the chords and everything.
Terrible.
No, he said,
Crying shame.
what we have every
I'm crying
night,
about it.
every night, Debbie, we have what's called our own little party, and Mike never did like parties, and so we're a three-man group. We have been for 18 months, by the way, so we miss him terribly, but...
Terribly.
Yeah.
He's simply not available, and, you know, they're...
Hey.
What do you know?
But he has joined you for one show, hasn't
Oh,
he?
yeah?
Yeah.
Came out to
Actually,
the Greek. He might join us again. You never know.
Hey, we're not enemies or anything. We
Think of him
like
as
each other.
Chico, remember?
No.
actually-
No, Zeppo.
Mike
Zeppo was
Mike
Chico was always there.
Mike ran
Are you
off
still with
my,
us, Debbie? You're
Mike
following
ran
us so
off-
far?
Mike ran off with my wife. No, that was not.
No,
Well,
that was,
With my best friend went off with my wife, and I miss him.
Tell us about those hungry years, those 20 years that you were kind of out of the
hungry.
limelight.
none of us
What were
really
you doing
It
then?
took us 20 years to spend the money that we made 20 years ago. And so now we have to go replenish the bank.
The coffers.
The coffers.
Thanks a lot. Come
that
down, Debbie.
I
We'd
would
like
love
to see you in
to.
person.
You know, I have one last
Yeah,
question to ask you
It's
before
very difficult carrying on a
6 and 9.
relationship from the waist up.
2 shows.
Do you have anything on under there?
Tell me this.
Yeah, we know what anchor people
guys.
have.
Stand up, Debbie. Let's see you. We can't see you.
Come on, Debbie.
Black stockings, high heels. Come on. Papa Debbie, Debbie, woo, Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. We want Debbie. We want Debbie. Debbie.
How do you top a group like that?
We
Well,
love you. You're a good sport, Debbie.
still ahead, we will have 2 stories of courage in the face of adversity and more from the State Fair.
Now at Wilkins Toyota, $39 down buys any new Toyota. That's right, $39 down at Wilkins Toyota buys Camrys, MR2s, 4-wheel drives, even Silicas. Tough new Toyota pickups, $39 down and $149 per month. The all-new FX are Pocket Rocket, $39 down and $169 per month. Or new Corolla 4-doors with automatic, power steering, and more, just $199 per month with only $39 down at Wilkins Toyota. Dial Toyotas, Toyotas. Come on, baby, let's do the twist. Come on, baby, let's do the twist. Take me by my little hand and go like this.
What do I have to do to get your attention?
We'll end with this.
Introducing the cool twist from Hardee's. Chocolate and vanilla together or apart. All new, all from Hardee's.
You're working on your American dream, 'cause you want it to last forever. And if something is starting to show the years, you want to make it better.
Give your home new Anderson windows, 'cause when it comes to your home, nothing but the best will do.
Come home to quality. Come home to Anderson.
Available at United Building Centers, Simonson Lumber, Pem Millwork, and Lampert's Installed Sales.
State health officials say at least 10 youngsters known to be carrying the AIDS virus will be attending Minnesota schools this fall. But they hope to prevent the unnecessary panic by parents all over the issue. Recent incidents in Florida ending in the apparent firebombing of the home of 3 school children with the AIDS virus prompted state epidemiologist Mike Osterholm to refuse to disclose who the local AIDS carriers are or which schools they attend. Experts insist the only way to catch AIDS is through sexual relations or exchange of blood and not through casual contact. For most youngsters, the camp season is over, but not all camps are for kids. And tonight we have a story of a camp just starting today for some very special adults. It's Camp Courage for adults disabled by multiple sclerosis. This is the 8th year the week-long camp is operating, and it's a time for people who can't usually participate in sports and crafts to do so. Ava Thompson found out what it means to one camper.
Everything in here that should be in here?
I think so.
55-year-old Carl Blattner needed help packing for his trip to the 8th annual multiple sclerosis camp. Although symptoms of the disease first appeared when he was 20, partial paralysis didn't set in until 30 years later.
You just felt helpless, and I just couldn't let you see. You couldn't do the things that you used to do, and I just couldn't accept that.
Like Blattner, many MS patients have looked forward to the start of MS Camp for the chance to renew old friendships and make new ones. Most of the 68 campers are confined to wheelchairs, making it difficult to get around. But for 1 week, their freedom of movement becomes almost limitless. With the help of staff and volunteers, even the more severely disabled campers will be encouraged to participate in swimming, canoeing, horseback riding, and other outdoor activities.
Hey, you did excellent.
Veteran campers say that newfound freedom was scary the first time, but ultimately a boost to morale.
And just physically, morally, spiritually even. You know, I think it's just good for you.
You're only limited in what you can do in your own mind. That's basically what the camp is all about.
The volunteers who take care of the campers say the week-long experience puts their life in perspective.
And it makes you really see people's strength and stuff, to see them up there going through the day-to-day routine of just living when I take it so much for granted.
The hope is that by the time campers leave here, they will have tried something new they thought they couldn't do, and know firsthand that a disability doesn't have to mean inability. Ava Thompson, WCCO Television News.
There is no known cure for MS, and no one knows what causes it. 40 cents of every dollar donated to the Multiple Sclerosis Society goes for research. It has been said that the Lord giveth and the government taketh away. But in the case of a local mentally handicapped man, it was the government that gaveth and tooketh away. 2 years ago, Alden Kasky of Minneapolis got a $22,000 check from Social Security. Back payments for disability, they said. But now they tell him it was a mistake, and he has to give it all back, plus $9,000. Kasky plans to fight.
Meet my representatives and go to the Capitol and talk to them and tell them that it's unfair that they're taking the money when I was owed that money.
Casey's parents say it would be nearly impossible for their son, who works as a restaurant dishwasher, to pay it all back. His plight was first revealed by Jim Klobuchar in this morning's Minneapolis Star and Tribune. Clayton Lonetree is the first Marine ever convicted on spying charges, but he's not the first one ever accused, and his lawyer thinks the court-martial jury should have been told about the other cases. In this morning's New York Times, William Kunstler talks about 3 previous cases in this decade. In 1982, a Marine guard pleads guilty to offering military information to the Soviets. His sentence, 2 years. In 1983, a corporal admits to offering nuclear and chemical warfare secrets to several Eastern Bloc countries. He, too, serves 2 years. In 1984, a lance corporal is discharged for planning to defect to the Soviet Union with some classified material. Kunstler says that by neglecting to mention these cases in the courtroom, the prosecution gave a false and emotional impression that the Lonetree case was unprecedented. He also claims that Lonetree was not given the same plea bargain options as the others. Investor interest in a bankrupt Wisconsin ski resort seems to be heating up. Cable Wisconsin's Telemark Resort will go on the auction block September 15th, and lodge owners say at least 35 investor inquiries have been received from around the country. They say one person showing interest in the multi-million-dollar recreation complex is a representative of Jim and Tammy Baker, the controversial Christian couple. Any potential bidders must put down $100,000 prior to the auction. Tammy Baker, by the way, grew up near International Falls, Minnesota. Decisions about the Donaldson department store chain are up in the air. The Chicago-based Carson Pirie Scott Company agreed to purchase Donaldson's last week, and a spokesman says he does not know whether the Carsons will change the name or the character of Donaldson. It will also be several months before Carson Pirie Scott decides whether Donaldson's management staff will be retained. Still ahead, news from the other big state festival. And now a look at tomorrow's, and later rather, a look at tomorrow's weather forecast.
Here, Caleb. The biggest news round these parts is Pepperidge Farm's new American collection. Big, generous cookies simply bursting with lumpy, bumpy personality. Whopping chunks of rich chocolate and nuts are hidden beneath each lump and bump. My favorites are the Chesapeake and the Sausalito. Hey, they've got more personality than most folks we know.
Well, Gerald, it's almost time for Highland Super Sale.
Let's see, the Johnsons are here.
The Willans?
Wait a second. Where are the Crumples?
Announcing Highland Super Sale, a sale where prices on many items are marked down so low, some people won't let anything stand in their way to get there.
Can't understand it. The Crumples missing this sale?
Frank, do you hear something?
Gee, I wonder if they forgot.
Right now, this remote 13-inch color TV with automatic fine-tuning is just $145, and this high-comp digital AM/FM car stereo with free normal installation is just $97. So, no matter how you get there.
Gerald, we can't wait any longer. Mr. Crepple.
But where's Mrs. Crepple?
Highland Super Sale now through Monday only.
Honey, the microwaves are over here, see?
The 1988 Ford Taurus, coming soon to your Northland Ford dealer.
All of the quality, design, and style that made this 87 Taurus one of our best-selling cars. Oh, there are some refinements for the 88, but there's one thing in this 87 Taurus that you won't find in the 88, a closeout price.
Plus as low as 1.9 APR or as much as $700 cash back. For the best selection of Taurus and other closeout specials, visit your Northland Ford dealer's closeout sale today.
Get set! Stop!
Calling all wine connoisseurs, we dare you to try the fruit of this labor. Grape stompers were marching their little feet off at the Renaissance Festival this afternoon. The purple-footed contestants were demonstrating the old-fashioned techniques of winemaking, and they were vying for the honor of being judged the best stomper of the day. The Renaissance Festival in Shakopee runs through September 27th. Have we got a crowd out here today?
I'll say.
And they all want good weather.
Well, they're going to get it. But are you going to interview the Monkees at 10? I want to watch that.
That was quite an interview.
I think we should have a special command performance.
I think they interviewed me.
I think you're right. The weather today was nice. Well, that's no surprise. That's what we forecasted. We said it was going to be cooler. It was. It got up to 70 degrees, about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. We said there could be some rain at night. There was, along with some hailstones in spots, but we only had a trace officially at the airport. 56 was the morning low, pretty close to normal. And things are going to be just gorgeous, but a little bit cool. We said a cold front would come through. It did. It's now passing Chicago. And in its place, a big Canadian high-pressure system that's come screaming down out of Canada with rather strong northwesterly flow, a few little puffy decorative cumulus clouds, and just gorgeous weather. Overnight lows last night, well, pretty warm up the middle, but you can see out to our west, it is cool. 40s were widespread. It was 41, for instance, at Custer this morning, 51 at Duluth, and temperatures are going to drop tonight into the upper 30s over portions of northern Minnesota. Here's the front. I don't think you have too much trouble finding the front. It is, of course, well to our south and east. We have a few patchy cumulus clouds and really about a 1% chance at most of any showers this afternoon. Where's the rain? It's no place in the upper Midwest. It's just clear as can be. All the heavy stuff is down along the Gulf Coast. They've had heavy thunderstorms around Jacksonville and Houston and places like that. Can't find a single flash of lightning within 500 miles. It should stay that way for several days. We have absolutely perfect fair weather coming up. But by that I mean it's going to be fair at the fair. And it's pretty fair looking on the radar, too. There's just no precipitation there, and there won't be for a day or two or 3 or maybe even 4. It's great. That's all I can say. As far as tomorrow, well, or today, actually, it's going to be very much the same. 60s in northern Minnesota, lower 70s in the southern part of the state. Most of the central portion of the country is going to be seasonably cool, but it's still quite hot down south and out west. 96 this afternoon at Portland, Oregon. That front will continue to move to the east coast tomorrow. We'll just have high pressure, sunny skies, low dew points, pleasant temperatures, nice winds. Gee, this sounds too good to be true, but I wouldn't kid you, would I? No. And it'll continue for a while, too. It'll be just about right, really, for the next several days, right through Friday. I think we'll have over 7 million people at the fair this year with weather like that. That's going to be great. The current conditions are partly sunny, 67 degrees, 49% the dry humidity, and a 47 dew point. Winds northwest of 15, dying down now. Barometers going up at 30.10. Tonight, mostly fair, kind of cool, 49 degrees with light northwest winds. Tomorrow, it's going to be mostly sunny and pleasant, 72 northwest winds. And then tomorrow night, fair and cool again, 48. Tuesday, mostly sunny, 74. I mean, I can't do any better than that. That's
We earned this weather after July, though.
I think
we
so.
really did. Well, the sports question today, can the Twins win two in a row on the road? Tony Parker will tell us about the Twins' border battle in Milwaukee next.
That could be trouble. And it's a base hit to give the Twins the lead. Davidson drives in. RBI number 13.
Julie Simmons is taking a vacation, an overnight vacation in a Sun Valley soft-side waterbed. Waveless, with adjustable firmness, soothing to sleep on. Now at Sun Valley, save $100 or more on all soft sides, including Soma. Prices start at just $4.99. Come, feel the comfort.
Take an overnight vacation.
In a Sun Valley waterbed.
There's a clearance at your Chrysler Plymouth store, and it's sending all our new cars out the door. Everything goes. Everything goes.
Hurry in now for the best deals of the year on Plymouth Sundance. Plus, get low 1.9% financing or $500 cash back. And get the 770 protection plan.
Everything goes. Everything goes.
Get the best year-end prices ever. Everything included. Everything goes.
New Chicken Little.
New Chicken Little.
New Chicken Little.
You taste so very nice.
Oh, I
Love your 11 herbs and spices.
love you.
And your little 39-cent price.
My love.
I found you at Kentucky Fried Chicken. And little darling, you taste so grand. I love to hold you in my hand. New Chicken Little sandwiches. You cost just a little, but people love you a lot.
A new type of talk show debuted in 1967, where the audience made the show. Almost 20 years later, after 18 Emmy Awards and a George Foster Peabody Award, Donahue is still timely, is still fresh, and always spontaneous. For 2 special weeks, Donahue is at 8 and 9 in the morning. 2 different topics each day through September 4th. Donahue and You on WCCO Television, Channel 4.
We started out the day a half game behind Oakland.
Tied.
Oh, tied.
Yep, zip. Starting today. We're now 1 game up because Oakland lost, we won. But as the kid says, you ain't going to believe this about Kirby Puckett and what happened in Milwaukee today. First of all, the Twins won. That's the most important thing. They beat Milwaukee 10-6. Oakland loses. We lead them by 1 game in the American League West. Pardon the we. Kirby Puckett is found playing in Milwaukee County Stadium very much to his liking. Listen to these records. He went 6 for 6 today, a club record. 10 hits out of 11 times at bat in 2 games against Milwaukee, an American League record. 2 home runs today. That's 4 in 2 days. So again, he gets the Twins off to that fast start. When he's hitting, we win. He singled in the first inning to give the Twins a 1-0 lead. In the 3rd inning, Puck jumped on a Juan Nieves pitch and drilled his 20th homer of the year and his 3rd round tripper in 2 games. Of course, later he hit his 4th. So it was 2-zip Twins. Nieves and Twins starter Frank Viola didn't last beyond the 5th inning today. Viola pitching on just 3 days rest was inconsistent, and he had runners on base in every inning. Schroeder got a home run for Milwaukee, and that made the score 5-3 at that point. Juan Berenguer came on in relief and got the side out. In the top of the 5th, Kirby singled again to start a rally, and that netted the Twins 3 runs. And with us correct that gave the Twins a 5-3 lead at that point in the ball game. Then Milwaukee got 3 in the 6th. They went up 6-5. The Twins got 3 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. Final score 10-6. Atherton got the win in relief. Krim took the loss. Reardon his 25th save of the year. So today, the bell tolls for Oakland, which lost to Toronto 13-3. The Blue Jays' George Bell hit his 40th and 41st homers of the year. He's a definite MVP candidate, leading the American League in RBIs while hitting around .310. Here are the scores now in the American League. Oakland losing to Toronto by a bunch. California beat Baltimore 6-2. KC over Chicago. New York beat Seattle 4-1. Boston 7, Cleveland 3, and Detroit shut out Texas 7-0. Can you think of a better off-season acquisition than Andre Dawson? Today, the Cubbies' bargain basement free agent hit his 43rd homer of the year as Chicago shut down Cincinnati 3-1. Other scores in the National: Pittsburgh blanked Houston 7-0. There's the Cubs win. St. Louis beat Atlanta 4-3. L.A. 4, Montreal 2 in the 7th inning. And San Diego beat Philadelphia 6-1 in the 7th, leading, I should say, in the 7th. And New York 5, San Francisco 1 in the 7th inning. Well, again, like yesterday, nothing new on the Ricky Foggy situation. The Gopher quarterback is expected to be suspended by the university for about 2 games because of a misunderstanding, apparently, about how he borrowed money and did or did not pay it back in time. The NCAA then will make a ruling on it. It appears now like the NCAA might go along with that 2-game suspension, but not official yet. Tennessee is the winner of the first college football game this year, the Kickoff Classic in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Vols edged Iowa today 23-22. Well, although the baseball season still has more than a month to play, one World Series was decided today. That is, Curtis Strange is the winner of the World Series of golf. Strange entered the final round with a 2-shot lead and won the title by avoiding major mistakes. Nothing spectacular, but nothing strange either. He went on to win the World Series by 3 strokes over South Africa's Fulton Allen, the tour's new #1 money-making man. Won $144,000 today. Better than that, a 10-year exemption for qualifying for tour events. Well, who are David Pate and Jonas Svensson, and why are they playing in the finals of the Hamlin Challenge Cup? Well, Connors, Cash, and Lendl, big names, all lost in the early rounds, leaving the tournament open for these upstarts. Svensson, near court here, is not the same Jonas Svensson who plays for the U, but he's the guy who won today in 3 sets. A couple of track and field world records to highlight today, the final day of the Track and Field World Championships in Rome. In the women's high jump, Stefka Kostadinova had an easier time jumping 6'10 1/4 than I had pronouncing her name. She got the gold medal with a 1/2 inch higher than her old world record. That's quite a thing going on with those world championships. So how do you like that bucket? Didn't need something else?
That's something.
Unbelievable.
We invite you, if you're out here at the State Fair, to stop on over at noon, 5, and 6 and watch our newscast. That's it for us today. We thank you for joining us and hope you'll join us tonight at 10.
Hey, relax. Your boss will love dinner. Look.
Country Crock.
Country Crock corn oil spread.
Made from 100% corn oil.
With no cholesterol.
He'll go for that.
Rich, buttery Country Crock taste, too.
I'll go for that.
You've gone far enough.
Huh?
Rich, buttery, shed spread Country Crock. And now Country Crock corn oil spread, too. Made from 100% corn oil with no cholesterol and fewer calories than the leading corn oil margarine.
Well, dinner was a success.
Especially the Country Crock corn oil spread.
Your boss is really funny.
Yeah, you two have quite a sense of humor.
Well, we need one.
Reintroducing Kellogg's Rice Krispies, now with more energy-releasing B vitamins than ever. Part of a good breakfast that can help get you going. Excuse me. Rice Krispies with more B vitamins. It can help give you some get up and go. Oh, boy. Rice Krispies with more B vitamins. If you need a little snap, crackle, pop in your morning. Aha! Oh, for crying out loud.
Okay, Joey, this is for the car.